Vinicius being the player involved into another thing.
Yeah.
Because Obi himself Vinicius will be he's always under racial abuse. On a day man and I say
me man Benedict
Mami
Obi our emotions. So I can say football emotions are provoke you there. Then you are not deemed fit to play the sport.
Their people are. Their people are.
No, what about the Benfica fans then? It was uncivilized.
Ronaldo Mpai be that. Where he will tell them Obepo mature, then he celebrates.
And yeah, for so now, Vinicius then on par Benfica fans natural. Then no yeah on par mature. What are you talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Bet.Africa TV. Yatnasi Natchez Sports Arena. And the bro, if me DJ Slim any team nina e wo fia say Vincent wa Benedict wa na man like a go say poo. Yatnasi Natchez when say review.
Yeah.
You be review one game a course so enra e we nyina attention. And I was watching as a Barcelona fan wishing for a year. You say weekend need any man for weekend. Just me adiama ye bia.
Last na jiegu.
Dreams ni nyina shiegu.
Eji wude ma.
Kotoko elusu. Barca elusu. Me ba be ya agenda tia Madrid nso a wako wini.
But Starboy ni ball penalty no.
Why?
Anya yawa.
Starboy me. Se me tini di crowd. Se me tini di on life.
Ko Twitter o say ko pa my penalty me chance. E beto wa.
Me shed down.
Me shed. O ni muntia.
One on one ankasa de obi obeka kire o say yeah Musa has full player na Musa is a penalty so the penalty if you want to score you decide and the
you
decide
but onya one on one because
you decide unfortunately I decided and
the goalkeeper also decided so I posted I was like opponent only goalkeeper not doing
who take a decision na keeper also take a decision exactly sa no person che but Tonche Barca 7 dey ka se ka arehu bi si Real Madrid and Benfica one of the games na take it says is going to be tough for Real Madrid of which if you watch the full game un say na game no engineer be fa easy it wasn't a idea say be a predict say we be winning at the end of the day and be easy amount.
Yeah.
Minimum about you guys, but me kakra me hwe even after the goal, now game ne swing the game was still in balance. Not Madrid and Sanda Benfica. So Benfica so San na Madrid so peace although they had the home advantage and all that. Now almost Sanda almost be a peace but the game ended with a 1 goal for Madrid 0-1. From Benfica side, no never be break also during the game and overshadow even the beauty of the game. We'll get into that very soon. But some of the things that happened on the field of play are into your attention was a red card for Benfica coach Jose Mourinho. In fact, some would say a bit mercy.
Yeah.
Someone says a bit messy. Looking at how our game no bet me yako because your coach be red there. Oh,
favorite color.
Ono agazo yokotoko ni.
So meaning obet me about Banaba, right?
Debbie.
Stance in ground me.
Obet me
stance. Yeah. So me na free. Obet free that
I think say na enye straight red. I think no
double. Yeah. Or you sue F word no. And your man, no sounds you point is how you see the same thing.
So
but I think that we see that Chelsea in Bayern Munich, I think April 6th, 205. So Mourinho in a red card, and in the return leg was Stamford Bridge. No, there business or stance, no ni stance, or share no moon. At the laundry basket, no the core dressing room or no shame.
Yeah, ono awakasa asem no
only players
because so you read that you are not even allowed to enter the dressing room and coach the players into do ye abrana Kitsman no e dey no omom de shame to no o share no omde ni kosie ye nti players ne ba ho no e no mo kasa ye
The chosen one.
Yes.
When you more banabambo, no, I say repeat the same.
Yeah. So situation.
And you home second year. Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
And you bet my small good.
Home security ne na twetwe matwa ni twa so gidigidi. Aba kotoko ne house. So the house for flag e ko say ni kum. And you know, sir, my bet Africa, we had pitch side access. So we were covering the game from the pitch side. As to players, and even we had access to dressing room and BBR. Unia kwes okofa hona home security say
They see.
ha omone no pa. It is a benaba so unia try say obewura
Ombekuno.
ora basket ma ombehye JC. Some of the interesting things that also happened during the game before we talk about the major one would be the appearance of Real Madrid for player friend Thiago Alba almost substitute Kamavinga free more by and the young guy and maybe that I think I've seen 2 new players from Real Madrid this time, Mahu Jimenez and Mahu Thiago. Real Madrid for a more comment session. Do you see the potential in these guys as these 2 guys are taking the field of play in recent times?
No, I'm sure I say, hey, we feel much to answer. No, it's in the touches. The whole is kind of spaces. Not Kamavinga and Chomen and friends say, Adagule and even Valverde. They were not even able to. Movements can mean creative space. But that little time, and you see, I'm not surprised because Abeloa was coaching these guys.
Yeah, there is a sign. Yeah,
and you see, Osha boy in the ball, no, but my cousin Accra ball. And no, I told my brothers Accra, so small obi or eyes for both. Yeah, said nah. Osha touches the movement into spaces to create space for Madrid players. No, ball the ground alone. Because some Accra so called Basa and Kabainanka was startable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
When you say,
you should team for.
Maybe
Ayas.
But only because
Real Madrid needed them funny map.
No.
But because slim.
I mean,
because
team
Gavi, Casado.
Yes.
Bernal money
Yes.
Almost team to say Chelsea, Man City again.
Yes.
How about Barca there?
No. Let share the past 10 years. Past 10 years. Barca, Madrid. I mean, they've been giving some of them chance to come back. What Omoba? How many of them that chance to say for the past 10 years? We natural free mobile, academy boy or boy, find him. No, so and I cannot be boy. No, I think they should give him that needed. I mean,
what about Jimenez? So I think the right back no so by now.
Oh, I think
because on the game he had a clear shot at goal.
Yes,
of which I think it was blocked by the defender. That was also one of the highlights of that particular game. What about on Uzunu say the future of Real Madrid?
Real Madrid team 9. One thing Real Madrid are missing out all this while. Say omo Castilla omo academy no mbehwe wape place enimzo omo mpe Galactico store. This boy, players are even Frank Garcia from academy. These are boys are own buy into the team and they fit too well. Player end where Thiago no. Ye bet na had ani ka say Real Madrid misses that deep line midfield bit me control game and create space. But when he was given the opportunity, will be or share in the first few minutes to say he's that boy, he can fit into the role. Omo man opportunity now, but ye be share in the summer, number times kase 100 million.
No, I go
for before and that is something that they've been missing out all this while. Yeah, can Barca say be a can't hear Barca, but this is a Barcelona team. They give the young chaps opportunity.
Yeah.
Momo bebo, Ochina bino, ubehena omo de 100 million clause ato. We're saying Gavi so 150 than so. Ochina be say they would make money. But Real Madrid are more of a buying club. They don't give chance to these young boys. But Usham Kasi and Ma, they have quality. Why they can come into the team. This boy me expect to say game in, game out. But all the need now coaching because we can
but produce. I mean,
send it.
It is almost me my boy we know. I do here see more game time. Non game nasi because they are so wait to Benfica a difficult game. Now, when you're a few minutes, to me prove something. You can do anything at the world stage. Into a moment more game time, but Real Madrid in fin nipa me and sapen bebo. We big boys need to a position back. Why never be shame? And no idea man kwala we.
And even if any Bellingham injury now, like we won't even see. Yeah.
Baby say na baby nso ye. You share another incident in the game. Na man for a call for a foul. You share Valverde supposed slap. A man for beso team say asumbo pa. Must otana asum. Enya asumbo ke to akra. And for person team say it should have been one of the situations
like maybe a card
or something. I don't know if there were other instances that you felt say no, it was a producer card on the day.
Valverde there no. I don't know why VAR intervened.
Kamavinga there no so.
Kamavinga then it wasn't intentional. So agree. Okay. Into Usi from no, so it wasn't intentional. And I think that Jose Mourinho there no. Yes. Now I mean, how or attack a referee, the fourth official and catch a referee say, Papa no or misbehaving and still or he kept on, I mean, talking.
You're reporting or say, oh, crown American.
But you see, also who are they who are in so say, or much was saying, he said, friends say, Chomini, Kamavinga,
you see.
Who seated as until the episode draw my attention.
Not episode just like there were a lot of fouls on not such players in your card. And you see, one thing in football is say, so Mefres say Chouameni Kamavinga Munyakara, how they will even tackle a bit slow more down.
Yeah.
And you see, the name Mourinho complaining, especially on Vinicius, Bona Okucha, Ricardo Urios.
Yeah.
I mean that was a yellow card.
Yellow card.
No, second Vinicius, the second yellow card. Non-Konya red card. So to me, I think that these are the few things. But when it comes to Saudi Maria, it comes to the referee say, "Obey to my But I think that Ferdi Valverde DNA or ball player. I mean, it was just right in front of the linesman. So even if linesman what was the duty of the VAR? Not so come or intervening. To be very honest, I think that should have been a booking offense.
Do you believe that Benfica got robbed at home? But poo.
Rob there, I think too harsh. But I think the referee on the day there, I think me score on 8/10. But apart from what happened, Vinicius ne hyping in my game but not a fair because I think Vinicius ne second yellow card,
the enemy can
a key player. When you're yellow, refs bet me even top refs, Oliver, Anthony Taylor. So it's normal. Like on the good day, yesterday, the referee needed oil fair. I don't think Obi complaining about refereeing dry, MSC and there. But the whole issue is about the Vinicius. So
the Vinicius
Rob
issue. Yeah, jump into that issue. Kakra minimum football and the commentary that I'm reading online say Vinícius Jr. Celebrity excessively. There's something called excessive celebration. Na kakra minimum football mu chem say ushe go a eni ho kwan say obe raw shirt e de obo nkrampan no afa park no so. Nti upeja o shirt na definitely card no ebeba. Secondly, say oye wa adwen say watro nsem bi e wo shirt mu na etia religion etia niema bi anase be provoke any group of people upeja shirt na inscription ni pia and so still na no card no so ebe produce award eho. Apart from that, maintain be fufuro bi ana minim be fufuro bi about celebration until see ebe start session we are na Vincent Emma me information ewo ho. Say even when you score and you make signs via and I say hand signs and I gestures via it's say omo a wahye omo no opese wo show ma horoba na say opese wo show ma bufu e no so it mean basa in Ghana Premier League say has for a share nin omo ni ho kwan so mba be gina ho abeyi say wo omo yes ade na boys no as for boys no mba
omo ye ya
da bi omo ntimi da bi ke be wi asi me kwa the number for more than I can me go back this straight. So and I'm learning about some of these things, but in general Ben who be biasa. Dear me who ye. And I may be king. Roger Miller. Oshegwa.
Atupa bi obobu.
No, I say no bunu.
Ye no Roger Miller ni ye. Enti ye Oshegwa touchline ye ko ha. Asa na ye kosa.
But I mean, the first comment I saw on social media when Vinicius Jr. share go na home, me be update. And then one top Ghanaian channel so Vinicius Jr. with the Roger Miller celebration.
Yeah.
That was the first comment I saw about the celebration.
Hey, Roger Miller straight. That is the feeling that I had. Secondly, say based on Asa. Any Asa some Mojandi. And Ghana Black Stars.
Katembia was.
And
You were harsh for she.
No more Saka.
Kakalika no more de koye.
Omo clan offense.
With Vinicius Jr. With Vinicius.
Coach Daniel, friends, referee Daniel, like Muni as for Mondays qualify go no based on as way.
DJ with Vinicius, yellow card no nine.
Yeah.
On the Nego celebration, and Medican can say from the IFAB of 12 no. Random who coins so she go obey celebrity.
Yeah.
But there are several instances you be cautioned. I and a friend mandatory caution. So could be busy. And you been say where you are tired, say no di can and as I so because you are tired no. Oko fruits our friends no say yina you bet my card.
Okay.
Na say bia mo ye dance say bia massa mo hu DWP for us said mo hina players mo na mo share we na makwa sala ya mo sa. I don't know. You be my card and yes asana wasano but say time wasting. So Vinicius
so enya asano time wasting.
So Vinicius there no. I don't think that there was any time wasting though because you see when Oshego no kosa na he came back
Simple.
and the players be again and Chomenu went there because they were throwing staffs to the pitch.
No matter
and yes Chomenu koko fire and or tuko and or the chair referee and Vinicius was going and no more whistle ne money or you see. So to me, the only things that remember Vinicius and your card in that and no other one run at tardy. Ni gestures no whether na ye say be provoke fans and I say did you my team be and I didn't see because we call ya no koja kona lie and no sanasa and no by na Mbappe krako is Mbappe so ko ye because
no
and Mbappe ko ye bi kakra no muye no mo hage then when was going on yesi and sanasa Palestinians or one Argentina guy no and so call no
Christiani.
Yes, of course, or Kwako did nothing say now. You see, to me, I didn't see any time wasting in celebration. Then again, there was nothing gestures being no or provocative fans. So to me, I don't know why the French referee a man card. Probably maybe the reaction from the fans was maybe why be man card. But to me,
but definitely okay. So case in say home team. Omu position most of the time. Stadium. And our away teams who omu position most of the time with stadium. Whether they decided to split it on both angles or on the sides, still be able one. If you score a goal, the closest place I'll be celebrating would be the touch lines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Menya sure so be go shed that back unless it be a what
Adebayo from Free City
Oshego on the Arsenal side. No, Johnny.
Them ban have like 10 matches also.
Johnny for Arsenal. Yes.
Fine. But so definitely. So Oshe na home team na team na washe omono. The fans were there next year. And you wanna celebrate.
Oh yeah, but this and there was nothing provocative from me. You know when
you say one, the game played a factor.
Yeah.
From we group phase,
tension build up.
Madrid they qualified, then he played a factor. See, now Madrid there's something prove baby.
Yeah.
And we know say this Portuguese their behavior when it comes to this is similar to the Argentinians. The way more far game so sure most of the Argentina boys they move to Portugal to play most of the time. Or more far football lightly says that maybe other people in the fan. So anything would just provoke them. Secondly, Vinicius being the player involved into another thing. Because Vinicius he's always under racial abuse. Only a day man and I say
football no and a game. Men say obi our emotions. So I say football emotions are provoke you there. Then you are not deemed fit to play the sport.
There are people are. There are people are.
No, there are people are. What about the Benfica fans then? It was uncivilized.
And
they should be back.
You don't fans. They would surely the moment
they should just write it inside their report.
The moment I ended, what the referee will do is they'll write it in their report. And then person may tell us, if you celebrate in front of the opponent, fans. We've seen instances of players who celebrate after celebrating. They would Ronaldo be that where he will tell them Obepo macho, then he celebrates.
And yeah, for so now, Vinicius they are not on Benfica fans natural. What are you talking about?
But we've seen instances of players who do that in a way of showing respect. And a celebration, it wasn't anything against Benfica. It wasn't anything against maybe their culture and the team's BBR.
The guys from Brazil.
Vinicius what should go against Atletico, against Barcelona, suddenly point to I see that.
And the celebration there where you
FC there.
Them say travel now. What did you say what their chest and
yes, normal. But me the say if Vinícius Jr says something and I'm not against that. But you see, after that, no Jibo Amo he didn't care. He was still playing the ball. After O'Shea gone, he had several shots on targets. But then again, look at Niema no Motutu. Omo so many ball lighter, ni vape, ni man. That's what I'm saying. Say you're uncivilized and we shouldn't condone such acts.
True. True. Me a Barca fan, but I'll just for the purposes of today and for the purposes of Enra DAC, may want Real Madrid, and it was very, very uncalled for Cristiani to say those words. Say alleged, because on one side of the story, and we are yet to hear the side of the story. So maybe Mbappe account, Mbappe account, Vinicius account. That of Mourinho, Trent also account. That of Mourinho, I'm not going to even put it in perspective because he's one coach. I was shocked me, papa. Especially how
his comment.
Mourinho
was shocking you.
I don't know how you guys.
He didn't comment on the racial abuse, but Vinicius Asano. I'm guys Mourinho. One engineer who players should go to Missy Park so confer opponent coach.
Unia, don't stress. Manchester United against Juventus. Come back after the match. Juventus fans and you know say oyesi omonkasa. Even Ronaldo and the ball. Omuni movie too no. Come be Mourinho. Come be Mourinho. What are you saying? Even
Chelsea, Man United,
and Inter Barca.
Celebrating be fan ni bufu ye chin.
As for Mourinho commenting there, he was being, it was so hypocrite.
But at the end of the day, listen, racial abuse and racism in sports, we should
never accept.
It is never accepted on any level. And it was clear that Benfica supporters, and including our head coach, was demonstrated by saying these words, agenda back, idea back, do I believe Senna Benfica on the night could have scored a year, friends say Real Madrid? Yes, I do believe that they had
clear chances. But Courtois was a very good goalkeeper.
Exactly.
Yes.
Even after game, pause for about 10 minutes, I saw back, with some of the changes Mourinho here, you realize that the game took a different turn with more intensity on the side of Benfica, but still, the beautiful game was marred by these things, and I think I was say call it a spade a spade.
Now
it is wrong.
The first night I saw from Benfica 4 page and said they are saying if the Madrid players say almost the distance between when the Argentine player and Vinícius Jr. no more kasa. We check the distance between Vinícius Jr. and other Madrid players now almost say Akwane can say they don't believe in players. So I can say he didn't say anything. But one thing is that maybe time I can say the guy abuse Vinícius, but you see Okatana no concept. So whatever he said, he answered. But if Vinícius is so anti and going to how he reacted, because they were nobody don't want him. But Ortiz asked him, look at how quickly he reacted. And if you look at Aquano posture when Vinicius here then I said, as an atonus to be in an image on say, as a atonus. But then who the okay because of Katana no and see
conversation
about na who the adena wo kata one
conversation about our part near say players be ekata man
because they are lip
and no pon ebeba sa na mo your teammates na be they are giving some instructions
tactical
and no be kata na
yes, but only opponent that situation where slim
unless
this situation looks like a heated one after the referee showed him let's say a yellow card then he wanted to talk to me. Vinicius said, only cowards in our old customer. You don't want anybody to hear.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Unless they
what were you talking? Okay, fine. I'm advising Vinicius say, oh, Charlie, as a professional footballer, don't take
it's
down. Normal. Don't react like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because Vinicius' reaction, man, be about advice and go and react.
Oh, yeah.
0-1 for Benfica, for Real Madrid. Next week, almost say it's a return. Now, who is a game no ever cause?
Oh, I think the game no. So what Kwame Dela talk na me baby or say this game no you be qualified be judge based on the first leg. Yeah, and clearly the first leg in there Madrid they win it. And I'm saying this for a fact. Unless football, anything can happen. Unless miracle be something should happen. Like I don't think Benfica can go to Bernabeu and win. Maybe they can score a goal, but Madrid will score more goals. Tie in there, I end it. Madrid will qualify to the next stage.
Yes, I think that time sending a go can end it because upe team eba ni home game teams mienu Madrid Barca. Umbo second leg go home to Adrimu. It wouldn't mean Konya results war. And this they've shown Madrid and Pache who the likes of against Chelsea, against Man City. Sending a tiny call to the final game are still omutimi here. So I think say likely Madrid beats me a qualify. And Benfica not having Jose Mourinho also on the dugout near the back where we play a big impact on the game. So I think say Madrid will surely get the qualification ahead of Benfica.
I mean a Champions League when Madrid is playing, especially such nights, if you say decisive moments, else Bernabeu, a moment you man here very easy. It's going to be a very difficult game because Benfica team, you know, since Jose Mourinho coin, if you look at their performance, especially in the Premier League, they are, I mean, very good at. But with what are happening with the fans between Benfica, and look at how the whole football, I mean, fans and even Madrid fans, they attack it. I mean, the Benfica players, normal fans, and I think that it will be a very hostile atmosphere for Benfica players, you know, to give out their best. And I think that players like Vinícius Jr, Kylian Mbappé will live up to the expectation and ultimately deliver. It's a game that I think that Madrid will have a clean win. Santiago Bernabeu.
Great. Well, yeah, a preview of that game and so for you guys next week on this very channel. Make sure to like, subscribe to this channel. And of course, come into the comment section and let us know your views on this particular pod. Your friend is Slim, many are Google, many Benedict and Vincent, and the day session we bro. See you some other time.